Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, a timeless celebration of pure Nintendo magic. When people talk about the greatest platformers of all time, two games inevitably orbit the conversation: Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Released during the Wii era, these titles didn't just refine Mario's classic formula, they completely reimagined it. Even years later, Galaxy 1 and 2 remain shining examples of creativity, polish, and joy in game design. Together, these games represent Nintendo at its most confident, experimental, and imaginative. They're not just Mario games, they're experiences that remind you why video games can feel magical. A bold reinvention of Mario's world. At their core, the Galaxy games ask a simple but daring question. What if Mario's playground wasn't flat, but spherical? Instead of traditional side-scrolling or open plains, each level is a tiny planet with its own gravity. Mario runs upside down, sideways, and around curved surfaces with effortless precision. What could have felt disorienting instead feels completely natural within minutes, thanks to incredibly tight controls and smart camera design. This gravity-based gameplay isn't just a gimmick, it's the foundation for endless creativity. Every Galaxy introduces new mechanics, physics tricks, and ideas, often used only once. Nintendo isn't afraid to throw something incredible at you and then move on to the next surprise. That constant sense of discovery is what makes both games feel endlessly fresh. Level design that feels handcrafted. The level design in Super Mario Galaxy is exceptional, but Galaxy 2 somehow raises the bar even higher. Each galaxy is compact, focused, and meticulously designed. There's no filler here. Every jump, enemy placement, and platform exists for a reason. Some levels are pure platforming challenges, others focus on puzzles, timing, or combat, and some are just joyful playgrounds meant to be explored. Galaxy 2 in particular feels like a best ideas album. It introduces concepts like Yoshi's Return, cloud platforms, drill mechanics, and faster-paced challenge levels that push Mario's movement to its limits. The difficulty ramps up more aggressively than the first game, especially in the later worlds, offering some of the most satisfying challenges in Mario history. Yet, despite the difficulty, the games are rarely frustrating. Failure feels fair and success feels earned. Controls that are near perfect. One of the most impressive aspects of both games is just how good Mario feels to control. Mario's movement is fluid, responsive, and precise. Long jumps, wall kicks, spin attacks, and mid-air adjustments all work exactly as you expect. The spin move, in particular, adds a subtle layer of control that helps with both combat and platforming without overcomplicating the mechanics. Even with motion controls involved, like pointing at the screen to collect star bits, the experience remains intuitive and unobtrusive. Nintendo struck a careful balance between innovation and comfort, ensuring that the controls enhance the gameplay instead of distracting from it. This is Mario at his absolute best. Presentation that still dazzles. Visually, Super Mario Galaxy and Galaxy 2 have aged beautifully. Rather than aiming for realism, Nintendo leaned into vibrant colors, bold shapes, and imaginative environments. Space-themed gardens, haunted mansions, mechanical worlds, and whimsical toy-like planets all feel distinct and memorable. But the real star of the presentation is the music. The orchestral soundtrack is nothing short of legendary. From the sweeping grandeur of Gusty Garden Galaxy to the peaceful warmth of Rosalina's Comet Observatory, the music elevates every moment. It adds emotional depth, wonder, and even a touch of melancholy that's rare for a Mario game. Galaxy 1 in particular has a surprisingly heartfelt tone, with Rosalina's storybook adding emotional weight that lingers long after the credits roll. Two games, two personalities. While often grouped together, Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 each have distinct identities. Super Mario Galaxy feels more atmospheric and exploratory. The Comet Observatory hub, Rosalina's quiet presence, and the slower pacing give the game a dreamlike quality. It's a game that encourages you to soak in the experience as much as conquer it. Super Mario Galaxy 2, on the other hand, is more focused and gameplay-driven. The hub world is streamlined, the challenges are tougher, and the game constantly pushes you forward. It feels like Nintendo saying, "You've seen the wonder, now let's test your skills." Together, they complement each other perfectly. Replayability and challenge. Both games offer substantial replay value, especially for completionists. Collecting all Power Stars unlocks new challenges, including some of the most demanding platforming stages Nintendo has ever created. These late-game levels are brutal but fair, serving as the ultimate test of everything you've learned. What's remarkable is that even at their hardest, the Galaxy games never lose their charm. The difficulty feels like a celebration of mastery, not a punishment. Whether you're a casual player or a seasoned Mario veteran, there's always something here to enjoy. Minor flaws, nearly perfect experiences. Of course, no game is flawless. Some motion control elements may feel dated to modern players, and a few camera angles can occasionally work against you in tighter spaces. Additionally, Galaxy 1's hub-based progression can feel slower compared to Galaxy 2's more direct structure. But these are small blemishes on an otherwise brilliant experience. The creativity, polish, and sheer joy of these games far outweigh any minor inconveniences. Final verdict: timeless classics. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 are more than just great Mario games. They're landmarks in video game history. They represent Nintendo at its most inventive, blending flawless controls, unforgettable music, and endlessly creative level design into experiences that still feel fresh today. Whether you're revisiting them or playing for the first time, these games remind you why Mario remains the gold standard of platforming. Few games manage to inspire wonder, challenge skill, and deliver pure fun all at once, but the Galaxy games do it effortlessly. A near-perfect journey through the stars, and a shining reminder that sometimes, the simplest joy is jumping into the unknown and discovering magic along the way.